From an outbreak, solutions to stopping the Ebola outbreak, insane supplement laws and new regulations in foods, Prop 65. As they poison the environment, they then make everything illegal to eat at literally impossible levels where there's more lead in the air than is in supplements or a potato. We're going to talk about immune system power versus vaccines and how to boost your natural immunity, other threats such as ticks that make you allergic to meat. We're going to talk about it all. Briefly, we come out with new products. A lot of times they're so popular, they sell out right away. We sold out of the DNA Force in less than 4 hours that had been available. This new OcuPower, ladies and gentlemen, we have a limited supply, a little bit more than we had of the DNA Force because it's less expensive. We could afford to buy more of it. But at the rate it's selling, it'll be sold out within about 2 to 3 days. And I want to get your reviews of OcuPower. I want you to tell me, obviously how it worked for you. But it is just filled with the organic, highest quality, basic things like vitamin A, zinc, eyebright herb extract, bilberry fruit extract, and then I can't even pronounce all these others. How do you pronounce that?
Zeaxanthin. It also has
that's the one that's
xanthan.
And then it's got the
bilberry in there.
The black currant fruit extract, and then this patented one. That's the saffron bulb extract.
Safriel is what they call it.
Yep,
the concentration of the saffron bulb. I mean, all in all, you're looking at the best things to support eye health. I mean, look, the way the world's going right now, and if there's going to be a revolution or whatever, I mean, think of all the people that are firing guns. They're definitely going to need to have good eyesight, that's for sure. So
when it comes down to it, our body is built to this stuff. It's not in the over-farmed foods out there. That's admitted. And we're trying to bring people the super supplements that also fund this operation so we can have the reporters cover Ferguson and change the course of the entire events and expose what's really going on there. InfoWars is the tip of the spear. So it's a win-win. You get high-quality products at extremely affordable prices, and you support hardcore First Amendment, pro-liberty media when you buy OcuPower, Survival Shield, X2, Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, and all the other great products. Dr. Group, you've also developed something that I call the secret sauce that I can't wait till we're ready to roll it out. Don't tell people what it is yet. That I can be exhausted at 10 o'clock at night about to do a radio interview. And in the old days, I'd just go drink half a bottle of red wine. That would kind of wake me up because alcohol has a stimulant effect. Now I don't do that. I take 3 squirts of, it's not even a stimulant. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. But you guys have been able to change the molecular structure of something that's very well known. And I've taken it before, other brands, and it's had some effect. Undoubtedly, this should be sold as the ultimate energy drink. But we're not going to have it as an energy drink. But people are going to want to get this and put it in energy drinks.
It's actually something that's very, very, very good for you. And you might pay up to $200 for an injection of this at different places around the world.
Don't give it away.
Nobody's put these 2 ingredients together that's actually what you need. It's like having 3 cups of coffee, but it doesn't give you the jitters. How many people do you know that are just run down and not having enough energy and not being able to sleep properly? And believe it or not, what this is, I would say probably a good 50 to 75% of the people, probably even more than that. I'd probably say 90% of the people on the planet are deficient in these nutrients that we're putting in this formula. It's just like iodine. You can study 100 people and 99 of them are going to be deficient in iodine.
Well, that's what the scientists, as you know, discovered about areas in Japan in the mountains and areas in Italy and places where you would just have tons of people living to 105, 110, and even the unhealthy guys that smoke cigarettes living to 90. And it was because they had volcanic soil that was the right kind of volcanic soil to give them all the essential trace elements and minerals that they needed. Then the plants were growing in that as well. So it was then in a bioavailable form for the body. but most people don't live in those areas, or they're not getting fruits and vegetables from those areas. That's a basic. And then you get into the superfoods and the super nutrients, the things that are in DNA Force and in the OcuPower. It's just not out there. I mean, you were talking about in the DNA Force that you developed for us, that particular extract you were saying was the equivalent of how many blueberries?
About 500 cases of blueberries would be the equivalent of the Pitero Pure, and it's an extract from the blueberries.
Is that per bottle or per pill?
I think it's per serving. Per serving.
So 2 pills.
Yep, 2 pills.
Or capsules.
That's pretty powerful. I mean, it's, you know, anytime I do anything, I always make sure it's the best out there, because I personally don't want there to be a product out there anywhere on the market that's better. And whenever,
well, that's right. Our whole future, knowing how we're under scrutiny especially, is about being absolutely neurotic. But still, this world's so crazy, you know, they can take anything and try to make it something down the road. We expect that. We expect to be attacked. But we are literally working around the clock to bring you the best.
Right. I mean, all of the products that I develop, if you look at the reviews, which have 400, 500, 600 reviews for you online, they're all 5-star, 4.5 star. I mean, you know, that is unheard of in the nutraceutical industry.
That's why we've got some of the biggest names calling us, wanting to basically merge with us or buy us.
Right. I mean, it's so hard to do something that's going to be so effective on a broad range of people, from 15-year-olds up to 100-year-olds. I mean, you know, considering the fact that every single person has different psychological profiles, every single person has different exercise patterns, every person has different dietary habits, they all have a different environment in which they live. I mean, we're all different. Some of us get an hour of sun every day. Some of us get no sun every day. Some of us eat healthy. Some of us don't eat healthy. So it's hard to be able to develop something, because based on the amount of absorption that you're going to have, considering your current state of health, how clean is your body? You could take a nutritional supplement, but your body is so out of whack because you're eating GMO food.
Well, everybody knows I still work sometimes all night and still eat some bad stuff, but I've cut back a lot. Literally, when I started getting on your supplements, and I was already taking some really great ones, the longevity products, InfoWars, health.com, they're awesome as well. But yours is, I guess you go look at what the key things are that people haven't really recognized that are hiding in plain view. I mean, take the iodine. That's so simple. I mean, I was really getting into iodine previously because Ben Fuchs and others had told me to get into it. It was helping me, but it would give me stomach aches. It wasn't, most of the stuff out there isn't real nascent iodine. And, you know, it turns black or red on paper. Ours is red, but it turns electric blue. Well, because it's from the real electric blue crystals.
There's nothing, you know, we always look for purity, too. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but no one else has the X2 electric blue crystals. I mean, why was it you that went out and got a deep earth source, not a sea source? So that's what I mean. Everyone's so damn lazy. Excuse me, Lord, for taking that. I didn't mean that in vain. It's just people are so lazy. I want to innovate. I want to bring people the most incredible stuff.
I'm the same way. I mean, if there's a million...
Well, no, that's why we work with you, but you found the crystal source. Why had no one else done that?
Because the first thing that people do, formulators, first of all, formulators most of the time are just individuals that have a little bit of a nutraceutical experience, and this is what they do. Let's say the president of the company says, we need an eye formula. We have a registered dietitian, or we have somebody that was trained in the standard modern system of medicine, which you can't have that because they're going to look at synthetic vitamins and everything they learn in biochemistry and nutrition courses. And what they're going to do, and this is broad spectrum across the board. I've talked to many nutritional formulators that supposedly out there are the best. They look on, they say, the president says, we want an eye formula. So what that person does is looks online and looks at all the different eye formulas out there, makes a whole ingredient list of what everybody else is using, and then takes 4 or 5 of those ingredients and mixes them up so their formula is not exactly the same as the other one, and then looks at sourcing those raw materials. Once they start sourcing those raw materials, they're going to look at the cheapest one that they can find, because it's all about cost. I was the first one in the nutraceutical industry to throw cost out the window, and that's whenever I contact some of these suppliers. They're like, are you crazy? What are you doing? No one's ever done that. You know, for DNA Force, people call and say, well, I can get one of these ingredients online for 20, but I can't find any other supplement that has more than two of these ingredients together in the same formula. Well, yeah, that's why it's so expensive, because you put 7 or 8 of the world's leading researched ingredients into a formula. Of course it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, because it's patented. I mean, we're buying this stuff from companies that sell to pharmaceutical giants.
Like you said, the cost of DNA Force, if you were any other person, any other nutraceutical, that retail on the market would be going for around $399 a bottle. If you were to do the market,
you were saying some formulas though are $600.
Some formulas are $600 a bottle. Yes. But what I'm saying is you're still, you know, because the whole mission that I have is the same mission that you have, to help the earth, to give people the solutions they need to take care of their own health, to keep their immune system strong, to prevent all these things from damaging their body, to keep their mind sharp, to keep their eyes sharp, to keep their body decreased, to keep their self-healing mechanism working.
And notice, why do we have to buy this from you know, a major Japanese company based in America that everybody knows the name of, just one of the ingredients? It's because the Japanese elite, you can read it in their newspapers, are obsessed with this, gobbling it, because they want to live. I mean, you know, but they're gobbling the individual ingredient, not putting it all together.